everyone. My name is Alyssa Goodeaux. I am a connection coach, and I wanted to talk to you today about abundance. I think a lot of people focus on only the physical side of abundance, and they think that's all that it is. So we think about the word abundance, and we start thinking about having lots of cars, having a big house, having lots of money to do all the things and buy all the things. And that's only the second half of what it is. Having abundance is actually a mindset. Wherever our center is within ourselves, whatever we have within ourselves is what our world is made up of. Because where our center is how we make our choices in life, and it's where we put our focus on. So if you're living in a scarcity mindset, the way that you look at life is, say I'm going into a business, and whatever that business is, I start looking around at all of my competition, and I start thinking, oh my gosh, there's so many people who are doing this already. They're way more successful than I am. I will never be that good. Whatever sort of negative thoughts start to flow into your head. If you're living in a scarcity mindset, this is all you can see. And it actually starts to create problems, because even if you feel like you have a positive disposition about it, you're actually setting yourself up for failure if that's all that you can see. Whenever we live in an abundant mindset, we can actually start just sitting within ourselves and being secure in it and saying, I'm going to do this. This is my business. There's a need for it. I can help people with it. This is a good thing, and this is my goal. I'm going to make this many sales within this amount of time, or I'm going to make this center. You start actually making goals, and it's not about other people. It's just about you challenging yourself and setting very clear intentions, and then breaking down the bigger picture of where you want to be, and breaking it down into smaller bits that you can actually see are visibly going to stepping stones that will get you to where you want to be. And even more than that, it's not just necessarily about looking at other people or being centered within yourself, but you also just have a different demeanor about life around you. If you're abundant, that means you're also abundant in joy. It means you don't really have worry. You're a little more carefree, in the sense that maybe I don't know how to do that yet, or maybe this is going to be challenging, or maybe this is going to take a lot of hard work. But no matter what, just knowing that you can do it, knowing that you are capable of doing it if you put in the work to do it. And whenever you're abundant, you're also really willing to do the work for it, because you can start to see that you're focused on your goals and you're focused on challenging yourself. And if you really want the things that you want, if you really want these things, you are so ready to hustle for it. And it's just a much different place than the scarcity mindset that we tend to have. So if you're wanting to be more abundant, start thinking about the ways that you can be thankful for what you have already. Start looking at yourself instead of other people. Instead of saying, okay, well, they already have the perfect YouTube channel, the perfect website, all these clients, all this experience. Just sit back, forget all of the other people around you, sit and think about, what is my next stepping stone to get to where I want to be? What are the overall goals that I have? And don't do it because you want to have a lot of money or because you want to have a lot of things. Do it because it's something that matters to you. Do it because it helps other people. Do it because you can contribute back. If you're focused on helping other people, or just doing good in general, if you're focused on doing good in general and living in joy, then they start to actually create an environment where the rest of that comes. So I was listening to a doctor, and they actually put it like this. If you're living in a scarcity mindset, and you see all these people, they're chasing butterflies, and so you want to go chase butterflies too. and you see they're chasing these butterflies with a net. So you actually go get a net yourself and you start catching butterflies, and over time you get a bigger net so you can catch more butterflies. But if you ever have to stop chasing them for whatever reason, you lose your butterflies because you're not doing the work anymore. And living in an abundant mindset is building a garden. You establish a garden that, you put a lot of work into tilling, into planting, into watering, into nourishing something. And whenever it comes, you have a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables that you can get off of it. And not only that, these plants actually attract not just butterflies, they attract bees, and they attract, other good creatures that will benefit you. And that's actually what's so great about it is if you're focused on only we tunnel vision into, well, I just want to be rich, or not even just rich, I just want to have more. If you're focused on that and the lack, then you actually do a disservice to yourself, because that's all you can see. You can't see other things other good things that can come from just doing your own thing, and doing it for the right reasons, and doing it from a good place. So I know that was a little all over the place. I'm sorry. But if you want to start trying to develop a more abundant mindset, sit back and start thinking about the things that you're thankful for that you already have. Think about the ways that you are abundant already. If you have a loving family, or if you have a great job, if you have, a hobby that you're really into, think about the things that you do already have that are great, and focus on those. And instead of focusing on others, start thinking about the bigger picture. Start thinking about what your dreams are, and start breaking those dreams down into bite-sized pieces where you actually have, miniature goals. Like say you want to have a mansion. So, okay, I need this amount of money, and it's going to take me this amount of time to get this money, and maybe I can get a second job so that way I can start, saving this much every month toward putting that. And you can start really breaking it down into bite-sized manageable pieces, and eventually you're going to get there. And whenever you challenge yourself against yourself, you have way more room to be fruitful, and to live it abundantly. So tell me the ways that you want to be abundant, and tell me the ways that you are working on being more abundant within yourself.